Ladies, have you ever stopped to think about what men really notice about you? I'm not just talking about the obvious things. Most women assume men only see what's on the surface. Your looks, your outfit, maybe your smile if they're paying extra attention. But the truth is, men observe much more than you imagine. And often, it's the little things you'd never guess that leave the deepest impression. So today I want to share with you some surprising things men quietly pick up on about you. Things most women don't even realize are on a man's radar. Your presence when you step into a space says a lot before you've even spoken a word or made eye contact. A man often picks up on something the second you walk in. Your vibe. It's not just about what you're wearing or how you've styled your hair. It's the way you move, the way you hold yourself, the invisible energy you bring with you. This unspoken energy makes a bigger impact than you might think. Even if men can't describe it, they feel it. Think about it. Have you ever entered a room and felt pulled towards someone without knowing why? They weren't necessarily loud or the best looking person there, but something about them just stood out. That something is energy. And energy isn't about being the most outgoing or demanding the spotlight. It's about your presence. Do you walk in with your head up, shoulders back, showing quiet confidence that says, I belong here? Or do you try to fade into the background, unsure of yourself? Men pick up on these little signs. A woman who shows natural, relaxed confidence is incredibly appealing. Not because she's craving attention, but because she knows her value. It's not pride. It's a calm, steady belief in herself. And that kind of quiet self-assurance draws people in like a magnet. You don't have to be loud to have a strong presence. Some of the most fascinating women are the ones who radiate calm, ease, and warmth. They don't push to be noticed. They simply are, and people are drawn to them. On the flip side, if a woman enters a room looking anxious, unsure, or uncomfortable, that gets noticed too. If she's fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or looking tense, it tells people she's not at ease in her own skin. And when you're not at ease with yourself, it becomes hard for others to feel at ease around you either. Think about your own encounters. Have you ever been near someone whose energy felt heavy? Someone who didn't say much but gave off a feeling of stress or unease? It can be draining. Now compare that to someone who has an open light presence. They make you feel calmer just by being nearby. That's the impact of energy. It not only influences how others see you. One big misunderstanding is that you have to become someone different to have good energy. That's not true. The most attractive energy is the kind that comes from being real. It's about being present, being true to who you are, and letting that show. It's about walking into a space and holding your ground. Not because you need everyone's approval, but because you know you belong. So how do you build that kind of presence? It begins with how you feel about yourself before you ever leave the house. Confidence isn't something you fake. It grows from the way you treat yourself, how you carry yourself when no one is watching, how you deal with life in the small moments. All of that creates the energy others feel from you. Next time you walk into a space, check in with yourself. Are you stepping in with a feeling of openness and calm, or are you hoping to just go unnoticed? That shift in energy changes everything. And yes, men pick up on it. They also notice how you respond to the little things. Your reactions in those everyday moments can reveal more than any deep conversation. Attraction isn't only about big gestures or grand emotions. It's often the tiny moments, the ones you're not even aware of, that leave the strongest impression. Imagine this. You're at a restaurant and the waiter brings the wrong meal. It's a small mix-up, right? But how you respond matters. Do you laugh it off, kindly explain the mistake and move on? Or do you huff, roll your eyes, and act like you've been personally offended? A man sitting across from you is learning something important. How you deal with minor frustrations. Are you calm and easygoing? Or do you make a scene over something small? It's the same with how you treat others. Do you say thank you with a warm smile when the barista hands you your drink? Or Or do you grab it without a word and keep walking? These tiny acts reveal a lot. A woman who is naturally kind and respectful in everyday situations shows something real about who she is. And that quiet grace is something men find very attractive. Then there are the moments when life doesn't go perfectly. When you drop your phone, spill your drink, or forget something important. How do you react? Do you laugh, take it in stride and move on? Or do you get annoyed or embarrassed and let it ruin your mood? The way you respond to small slip-ups says more about you than you think. Men notice this, even if they don't talk about it. A woman who can laugh at herself, who doesn't make a big deal out of little stumbles, comes across as relaxed and confident. She shows she can go with the flow, and being around someone like that feels easy and enjoyable. But if your reaction is harsh or negative, it can send a different message. If you're quick to criticize or act irritated by every little thing, it tells a man that life with you might feel tense. He may worry he'll have to tiptoe around your moods, never knowing what minor thing might upset you. No one wants to feel like they're always one wrong move away from conflict. Even how you accept kindness makes a difference. If someone compliments you, do you brush it off awkwardly or respond with a smile and a simple thank you? A woman who's comfortable being appreciated shows that she values herself. And that quiet self-respect is deeply appealing to a man. These everyday moments are where your real personality shines. You don't have to be flawless. You don't have to be charming every second. But if you respond to life with grace, kindness, and a little humor, you'll leave an impression much deeper than anything you post on social media or any outfit you wear. Men might not always be able to explain what draws them to a woman, but often it comes down to how she makes the ordinary feel special and easy. That's the kind of presence that sticks in someone's mind long after the moment ends. Even something as simple as the way you touch your hair can catch a man's attention. It's such a small, natural thing, but it says more than you think. It's not just how your hair looks, it's what you do with it, the little movements you make without realizing it. Imagine being on a date, and while you're listening, you gently tuck your hair behind your ear. It's such a simple action, but it's soft, feminine, and shows you're engaged in the moment. A man watching may not consciously know why he finds it attractive, but he does. That tiny gesture speaks volumes. There's also the classic hair flip. That quick motion women do when adjusting their hair, flicking it over a shoulder or shaking it lightly. It's a move you've seen in movies and it still works in real life. It signals playfulness, confidence, and a certain charm that grabs attention without being too obvious. Even when you absent-mindedly twirl your hair while thinking, it says something. It's a glimpse into your mood, your emotions, your comfort level. And yes, men notice. It's those quiet, unspoken things, the energy you bring, the kindness you show, the way you handle life's small hiccups, even the way you move your hands through your hair, that leave a lasting impact. Often more than anything you could say, or even flirting without realizing it. Twirling a lock of hair around your finger while listening to someone speak can make you appear interested, playful, or even a bit mysterious. A man watching you do this might find it incredibly charming, as it gives him the sense that you're enjoying the moment, even if you don't say so directly. It's a quiet but strong sign that you're engaged or at ease in his company. But playing with your hair isn't always about attraction. It can also show how you're feeling right then. Running your fingers through your hair in frustration or letting out a sigh while brushing your hair back can show you're feeling stressed or distracted. Men notice these small things, even when you don't say a word. If you're constantly messing with your hair in a nervous way, tugging at the ends or touching it again and again, it might suggest anxiety or discomfort. A man who's paying attention may pick up on this and respond in some way, maybe by trying to calm the mood or sensing that something feels off. There's also something deeply personal about a woman putting her hair up in a ponytail or letting it down. If you've ever tied your hair back while around a man, you might have noticed him watching. Why? Because there's something honest and unfiltered in that moment. It's natural, yet there's something appealing about the way your hair moves, the way it falls, the way you touch it. It's real, and men are naturally attracted to that. Even the simple action of running your fingers through your hair can catch attention, whether you're smoothing, putting it down without thinking, shaking it out after a tiring day, or fixing it before going out. There's a kind of beauty in those movements. It's a reminder of softness, of care, and of effortless appeal. In the end, the way you play with your hair isn't something you need to try hard to control or fake. It's one of those natural feminine habits that men notice without needing it to be exaggerated. It's not about trying to get someone's attention. It's about being present, being real, and letting those little moments speak on their own. Men are drawn to what's genuine, and how you treat your own hair is one of those tiny things that makes you, you. Your voice and how you speak. Your voice is one of the strongest tools you have for connection, attraction, and influence. It's not just about the words you use, but how you deliver them. The sound, rhythm, and emotion in your voice can leave an impression before your words even sink in. A man might not always know why he feels pulled toward a woman's voice, but he knows when he does. It's one of those automatic reactions that can make someone unforgettable. Think about the voices that stick with you. Maybe it's someone with a gentle, soothing tone that instantly makes you feel calm. Maybe it's someone with an energetic, lively voice that pulls you in and makes you want to keep listening. Whatever it is, voices carry emotion. And it's emotion that makes people feel close. When a man listens to you, he's not just hearing what you're saying, he's picking up on your energy. A woman who speaks with warmth and feeling can make even a simple topic sound interesting. But a flat tone, a rushed pace, or no emotion can make it hard for someone to connect to your words. One of the first things men often notice is your tone. A soft, welcoming tone invites people in. It shows kindness, gentleness, and makes someone feel safe around you. It's the kind of voice that makes a man lean in and want to stay close. But a harsh or tense tone can do the opposite. If your voice always sounds sharp, maybe from stress or habit, it can build a wall between you and the other person. Then there's your speaking speed. Have you ever met someone who talks so fast it feels like their words are chasing each other? It can be stressful to keep up. But if someone speaks too slowly or with hesitation, it might make them seem unsure of themselves. The best way is to speak in a calm, confident pace. Something that keeps people interested but doesn't overwhelm them. Another big part of your voice is how your tone rises and falls. Some people end every sentence like they're asking a question, even when they're not. It makes them sound unsure. But if your voice stays the same all the time with no changes, it can sound dull. The most interesting speakers add natural emotion to their voice, letting it rise and fall in ways that hold attention. And then there's laughter. One of the most appealing sounds in the world. A real, relaxed laugh is contagious. It tells a man you're at ease, that you're enjoying yourself, and that you know how to have fun. There's something incredibly attractive about a woman who laughs without holding back. It shows confidence, joy, and lightness. Your voice also says a lot about how you feel about yourself. A confident woman's voice sounds different. It's clear, steady, and expressive. It doesn't have to be loud or commanding, but it sends the message, I know who I am, and I'm okay with it. A voice that's full of doubt or too apologetic can do the opposite. If you often say things like, I'm not sure if this makes sense, or sorry, I'm probably talking too much, it can weaken your message, no matter how smart or thoughtful your words are. The beauty of your voice isn't about having a perfect sound. It's about being true to yourself. A voice that feels warm, genuine, and sure of itself will always be attractive. When you speak with emotion, with excitement, interest, or passion, it pulls people in. The next time you talk with someone, try noticing more than your words. Notice how you're saying them. Speak with warmth, confidence, and attention. When you do, people, especially men, don't just hear you. Your eyes. When you're truly interested in someone, your eyes become one of the most powerful tools for connection. They show emotion even before you speak. Whether you like someone or not, your eyes will always reveal the truth. Men notice this more than you might expect. One look, the way you hold someone's gaze, or how quickly you look away, it all sends a message. And men are built to notice these cues, even if they don't realize they're doing it. Think about the last time someone caught your attention. Did your eyes keep finding them in the room? Did you hold their gaze a little longer than usual? That silent moment carries more weight than you'd think. When you're into someone, your eyes change. They soften, your pupils get bigger, and there's a kind of warmth that even a stranger can feel. A man who sees that kind of look will feel it in a deep, almost instinctual way. It tells him you're present, curious, and engaged. But when you're not into someone, your eyes show a completely different feeling. A man can sense when your gaze is cold, distracted, or just not focused on him. If your eyes keep shifting around while he talks, or if you check your phone more than you look at him, he notices, even if he doesn't say anything. Inside, he knows you're not really paying attention. A lack of eye contact is one of the clearest signs that you're not interested. And most men won't keep chasing someone who clearly isn't engaged. But this goes beyond just attraction. Your eyes also show your energy, confidence, and how present you are in the moment. When a woman holds eye contact with ease, it shows she's sure of herself. It says she's sure of herself. It says she's not afraid to be seen, that she's comfortable in who she is. That kind of eye contact is magnetic. It doesn't mean you need to stare. It just means you hold someone's gaze with a calm, friendly warmth. On the flip side, if you avoid eye contact too much, it might show nervousness or lack of comfort. If you always look away when someone meets your eyes, it can make things feel distant. Of course, everyone's different. Some people are naturally more quiet or reserved, and that's completely okay. But if you want to build a stronger connection, looking someone in the eyes a moment longer than usual can be very powerful. Then there's the way your eyes light up when you're genuinely enjoying yourself. You've seen it when someone talks about something they love. Their face lights up, their eyes sparkle. They become more animated and their excitement spreads to others. Men are very drawn to that. They notice when your eyes show real joy, when they widen with curiosity, or when they shine with playfulness. That kind of energy is hard to ignore. It makes a moment feel alive. But just like excitement shows in your eyes, so does boredom. If your eyes seem dull or unexpressive, even when you're sitting right there, it tells a man a lot. He can feel when the spark is missing, when there's no emotional connection. If your eyes aren't engaged, he knows, even if he won't say it, that he's lost your attention. Your eyes also speak of comfort and trust. When a woman feels safe and calm with someone, her eyes reflect that. They don't look guarded or tense. They become relaxed. That's why real eye contact can feel so personal. It's not only about attraction. It's about feeling close. A man who senses that kind of connection through your eyes isn't just seeing how you look. He's feeling something deeper, something words can't fully explain. Your eyes are speaking. Are they engaged? Are they present? Are they showing curiosity, excitement, or warmth? Or are they distracted, uninterested, or distant? Because while words can be carefully chosen, your eyes will always tell the truth. And trust me, men are listening. The way you treat other people is one of the most revealing things about you. It's not just how you interact with the person you're interested in, it's about how you engage with everyone around you. Men notice this closely, even if they don't consciously realize it. The way you talk to a waiter, how you react to a stranger asking for help, or even how you speak about others when they aren't around. All of these moments shape the impression you leave. Imagine you're on a date with a man, and everything is going well. You're charming, engaged, and completely present in the conversation. But then when the waiter comes over, you barely acknowledge them. Maybe you're short with them, impatient or dismissive. You might not think much of it, but trust me, he notices. In that moment, you've shown him something important. How you treat people when you don't feel the need to impress them. And that's a powerful reflection of your true nature. On the other hand, think about a woman who smiles warmly at the waiter, says thank you sincerely, and interacts with kindness. That small moment might seem insignificant, but to a man watching, it speaks volumes. It tells him that she's naturally considerate, that she doesn't see people as beneath her, and that she carries an energy that makes those around her feel valued. That's the kind of thing that stays with him long after the date is over. It's not just about service workers, though. Men also notice how you treat strangers, acquaintances, and even your own friends. Are you genuinely happy for your friends when they share good news? Or do you downplay their achievements? Do you speak about others kindly, or do you indulge in gossip and negativity? These things may seem small, but they reveal a lot about your character. A man who's looking for a meaningful connection isn't just attracted to how you treat him. He's attracted to the kind of person you are when no one is watching. There's also something deeply attractive about a woman who treats people with warmth and generosity, not because she has to, but because it's who she is. It shows emotional intelligence, confidence, and security within herself. She doesn't need to put others down to feel better about herself. She doesn't need to demand respect. She naturally earns it through the way she carries herself. Then there are moments when someone tests your patience, when someone is rude to you, when things don't go your way, or when you're put in an uncomfortable situation. These are the times when a man is really paying attention. Do you respond with grace and composure, or do you let frustration take over? Your ability to handle difficult people or situations with kindness and confidence speaks louder than any first impression could. Another thing men notice is how you treat the people closest to you. If he sees you being affectionate and appreciative toward your family, supporting your friends, and handling conflicts with maturity, it reassures him about the kind of partner you'd be. It shows that you don't just reserve your best behavior for new people. You genuinely care about maintaining strong, healthy relationships in every area of your life. At the end of the day, the way you treat others is a direct reflection of your values, self-respect, and emotional maturity. Men may not always be able to put it into words, but they feel it. They can sense when a woman carries herself with kindness, respect, and empathy. And that kind of energy is far more attractive than any physical trait or rehearsed charm could ever be. Because real beauty isn't just in how you look, it's in how you make people feel. And that's something a man will never forget. The way you make a man feel about himself is one of the most powerful and lasting impressions you can leave. Long after the first date, after the conversations, after the initial spark of attraction, what truly stays with him is how he felt in your presence. Men, just like women, want to feel seen, valued, and appreciated. And whether they realize it or not, they are naturally drawn to people who make them feel good about themselves. This doesn't mean stroking his ego or constantly showering him with compliments. It's much deeper than that. It's about the energy you bring when you're with him. When he's around you, does he feel like he can be himself? Does he feel encouraged, respected, and admired? Or does he feel criticized, overlooked, or like he has to prove something? These subtle emotional cues shape his entire experience with you and influence whether he sees you someone he wants to be around for the long term. One of the most attractive things about a woman is her ability to make a man feel like he matters. When you genuinely listen to him, when you engage with his thoughts and ideas, when you show interest in the things that excite him, he feels a sense of connection. He feels valued. So many men go through life feeling like they have to constantly perform or meet expectations. But when he's with a woman who makes him feel appreciated just for being himself, that's something he doesn't take for granted. It's also about how you respond to his efforts. If he goes out of his way to do something kind for you, Do you acknowledge it? Do you let him know his actions matter? Men thrive on feeling like they can contribute to your happiness, and when their efforts are recognized, even in small ways, it fuels their desire to keep showing up for you. A simple thank you, "I really appreciate that," or "that meant a lot to me," can go a long way in making a man feel like his presence in your life is meaningful. But just as appreciation builds connection, criticism and negativity can create distance. If a man feels like he's constantly being corrected, belittled, or not good enough in your eyes, he'll start to retreat. No one wants to feel like they're failing, especially not in the eyes of someone they care about. This doesn't mean you should hold back your opinions or ignore your needs. It simply means that the way you communicate with him matters. Encouragement and constructive conversations strengthen a bond, while constant disapproval weakens it. Confidence is also a huge part of how you make a man feel. When a woman is secure in herself, when she carries herself with warmth and positivity, that energy is contagious. Men are drawn to women who make them feel uplifted rather than drained. If you exude a sense of joy, curiosity, and playfulness, it naturally makes the time spent with you more enjoyable. He'll associate your presence with feeling good, and that feeling is what keeps him wanting more. There's also something powerful about making a man feel safe. Many men don't openly talk about their emotions or vulnerabilities, but that doesn't mean they don't want to. If he feels like he can open up to you without judgment, if he senses you genuinely respect his thoughts and feelings, he'll start to trust you on a deeper level. Emotional safety is one of the most underrated aspects of attraction. It's not just about excitement and chemistry, but about feeling at home with someone. At the end of the day, people remember how you make them feel. If a man associates you with warmth, encouragement, and positivity, he'll naturally want to be around you more. He'll feel drawn to your presence, not just because of how you look or what you say, but because of the emotional experience you create for him. That's what truly makes a woman unforgettable.